Welcome to the table service restaurant demo on the Revel Systems point of sale. Revel Systems POS is an award-winning iPad point of sale solution for all businesses, from a single location shop to multi-location enterprise clients. We tailor every POS to the specific needs of each business through a suite of features including integrated payroll, inventory tracking, customer relationship management, and so much more. With our user-friendly, highly organized, and simplified user interface, Revel Systems POS is designed for businesses to turn high-volume sales in a short period of time. You can begin by logging into the POS system using your PIN number set on the management dashboard. This will bring you to the digital layout of tables in your restaurant. You can set up custom table layouts quickly and easily in the management dashboard and create multiple dining areas such as bars, patio spaces, private dining, and event spaces. Guest count will prompt you to enter the number of people that will be sitting at that table. We can select the number of guests and then click OK. Dining options allow you to select takeout, eat-in, web order, catering, delivery, or drive-thru to define the type of order that the restaurant is taking. You can even enter a dining option by tapping the dining option icon at the bottom of the screen. For this part of the demo, we will select Eat-in and click OK. Before you can add products to an order, you'll be prompted with a seat prompt, which can be enabled or disabled in the management dashboard depending on your business needs. When entering guest orders, you'll receive a prompt to attach that product to a seat number. Once you've chosen the seat number, you'll be prompted to enter the course number. These prompts allow the server to make sure they deliver each dish to the correct seat during each course for the best dining experience for your customers. Here we can see that Seat 1 will be having steamed mussels for their Course 1 starter. You can then place another order for Seat 1 for their Course 2 or main entree by selecting a product, adding the appropriate modifier, and selecting Seat 1 and Course 2 and clicking OK. You can adjust the quantity of any of the dishes we've placed in our order with the addition and subtraction buttons on each item. Once the order has been completed, please click Send Order. This will send Course 1 to the kitchen so the backhouse team can begin preparing the first course. If you click on the product once the order has been saved, there's an option at the top corner saying Fire Course 2. It can also say Course 3, 4, 5, or whatever course is next in line during the dining experience. There are also options to change seats, add quantity, discount items, copy items, send individual items to the kitchen, void items, and comp items. By clicking Fire Course 2, Course 2 will then be sent to the kitchen so the chefs can begin preparing that course for the table. The course staging feature helps pace the meal appropriately while keeping the kitchen and service staff workflow organized. There's also the option to move tables if your customers want to move tables during the service by clicking Move Tables, selecting the table they want to move to, and then clicking OK. And you can see in the top right-hand corner, the table has now changed to table 25. This is specifically helpful for when guests start out in the bar and want to transfer their bill to a table without having to settle up separately at the bar. It makes for a more convenient customer experience. You can transfer tables to another user by clicking Transfer Owner and then selecting an employee and clicking OK. So now we've transferred our table to Joan Watson. This is great when one employee is going on break or finishing their shift and needs to transfer the table to another employee. You can link a credit card to an order by clicking Link Card to Order at the bottom left-hand corner. This is especially great for guests who want to discreetly link their card to an order when they're treating their group for special events. In most cases, however, credit cards are usually linked to bar tabs. You can then pay for this order by clicking Pay, selecting a payment option, and clicking Done. Table timers can be enabled in the management dashboard. This is a great feature that allows you to see the elapsed time on a table in hour-minute format. Revel's color coding feature shows tables that are at different stages of the dining service. The color on the table shows the state of the order. A gray table is free. A green table is taken, but there are no items on the order. A blue table is taken and items have been ordered. A dark blue table is taken and the order has been paid for. And a red table has been paid for, but the customers have been seated at the table for the duration of time indicated in the management dashboard. Any table with a white ring around it is labeled stale and has reached the preset elapsed time in the management dashboard. This is great for quality of service because it communicates information about the stage of dining that a specific table has reached and whether or not a server has checked in on the guests. The intended use is to remind servers to check in on their guests during busy times when tables can be forgotten. For example, we can see that table 4 has been seated but no order has been placed yet, which would prompt the server to visit table 4 and see if they're ready to place some orders. When a colored or active table is tapped, a summary window will pop up. This window shows the status of the table, the employee that opened the order total, current course, seat count, time since the guests were seated, time since the first order was sent to the kitchen, time since the last order was sent, and a field for customer notes for servers to take notes specific to that table. This summary window is a great quick reference to ensure the best experience for your guests. The table timer spreadsheet accessible on the POS is a filterable spreadsheet interface of all tables in various stages of the dining experience. This spreadsheet shows the estimated time until that table becomes available to allow for a smoother front house management of waiting guests. You can also see our special notes for table 5 describing a guest celebrating a birthday. Bakeries, restaurants, and other businesses in the service industry may offer catering for events. Revel's catering module allows businesses to enter their orders on their POS in order to accurately record and manage these large-scale orders. To take a catering order on the POS, add items to the order just like you normally would. Let's say your client wants 20 steak sandwiches for their catered event. You can add them and adjust the quantity accordingly. Then you can select dining options on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, and when prompted, select catering and tap OK. The screen will then prompt you to select delivery dates and times. We can choose to assign separate delivery dates to individual products or choose to select one date for the entire order. The next screen will prompt you to select a customer to link to the order. Filter and/or select the customer to be attached to the order and then tap Add to Order. Once the details have been updated, you can use the invoicing feature on the order screen to prepare the invoice and collect any deposits. By clicking on the small envelope in the left-hand bottom corner of the page, clients can choose to hold or send the invoice at any time. Sending the invoice will prompt you to select print or email. The email function is especially convenient to keep your invoicing process green. You can also set up another area to your restaurant. Here we've set up a demo bar. You can open a bar tab by selecting Open Tab in the bottom right-hand corner of the home screen. This screen was designed with the intention of making it very easy for bartenders to open a tab quickly without having to follow any specific layout. This bar tab screen also allows your bartenders to quickly search for guests by their name, by swiping their credit card associated with the tab, or by entering the tab number. You can open a tab by selecting any one of these squares. You can then select 2 cocktails for your guests. We've applied a buy one get one 50% off discount in the management dashboard for our entire cocktail list during happy hour. If your guest decides to dine at your restaurant, the bar tab can be moved to a table simply by tapping Move Table and selecting the table they're going to. The system will update the table information accordingly. Once reservations are enabled in the management dashboard, the home screen on the POS will look slightly different. There'll be more icons in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. The checkbox calendar icon will bring up the reservations platform. The user can scroll through the dates at the top and tap the plus sign to add a new reservation. You can select the guest party size, call name, search the CRM, enter a phone number, and add any special notes about that reservation. In the management dashboard, you can enable all reservation names to automatically add to the CRM. Once you add your reservation to the schedule, you can edit the details on the reservation, assign a specific table, or even send a text message to the customer to notify them that their table is ready. There will be a reservation platform capacity utilization report available on both the POS and the management dashboard. This report will display the utilization of the reservation platform over a specific time period, along with filter options by date, time, and table tags. Now let's transition from the iPad to the management dashboard. Inventory management allows you to see information about the ingredients that you have for the products that you offer in your restaurant. As you can see here, with your Acme Pale Ale, you can view barcode, SKU, bin number, class, and primary vendor information in this table. You also have a unit of measurement and a low stock alert. So if you enter a number into this field, let's say 10, you'll be alerted when you have 10 bottles of this beer left in inventory. Also, you have the cost per inventory unit, total cost, and items left in inventory. As you can see, I have 0 bottles of Acme Pale Ale left in inventory. By clicking Show All Actions, you're going to be able to see a variety of actions you can take related to inventory. You can also receive inventory here. So let's say you got 50 bottles of Acme Pale Ale at $1 per unit. And when you're finished, you can hit Receive. Now your current inventory has been updated. You also have the ability to report damaged inventory, which is critical for accurate stock levels and reporting. Let's say a server dropped 2 bottles during a busy service. You can adjust the cost and say dropped on floor. You also have the ability to transfer these units to another location as long as the barcode and SKU are the same. You have the actual cost displayed, and you can reset the total cost or reset the whole product. You can also go into the Reports tab and see the product inventory summary report. This is the product inventory summary report. This report will show you all the different ingredients you have in your inventory. So you can see the Acme Pale Ale inventory summary, 50 were received and 2 were wasted. You can see that the end quantity has been adjusted to account for the damaged or dropped bottles. Your percent quantity has increased and is reporting at 4,800% because you had 0 to start with. The ending cost and total value of your Acme Pale Ale inventory are also reported here. This is the product mix report. The product mix report is one of the most used reports on the management dashboard and delivers key information regarding your top selling products. You can filter this report to be POS specific, employee specific, and also customize the time frame you're interested in. So this report can give you a tremendous amount of insight into the demand of your product offering. You can see your top selling products by profit on the left side and your top selling products by quantity on the right side. In this case, the butter poached filet mignon is the top selling product by profit, and white wine seed mussels is the top selling product by quantity this week. This report is versatile in the sense that it can be customized to suit your needs in the details that are presented on the report. For example, you can choose to sort by preference so you can see which subcategory of products is selling the best, along with your top selling modifiers, so that you can intelligently adjust your offering based on demand and profit. Valuable cost information is also presented here. Business owners can clearly see the comparison of cost of goods sold to total sales and the margins they're making on all their products, thus allowing them to make informed decisions on what to offer. You can also export the information in this report to a variety of different file formats as necessary for your business. Clicking Schedules will take you to your Shift Schedule tab, but first we should set some timesheet rules. In timesheet rules, you can configure different options for your timesheet. There are fields like maximum hours per day, maximum overtime hours per day, the multiplier for overtime, and the multiplier for double time. You also have maximum hours per week and allow clock-in before a shift. This is a great feature. If you allow clock-in before a shift, the employee can clock in but won't start getting paid until their scheduled start time. You can also set a time limit to how early they can clock in. Here, you can set the condition that you only want your employees to be able to clock in 30 minutes prior to the shift. You can set the condition that the 7th day worked is overtime, choose to display declared tips in payroll, and also get details on the type of payment used for those tips. You can adjust the day the week starts on and also the time that your business opens. Enabling auto clockout allows you to set a time to automatically clock out. This is great for when employees forget to clock out. Here we set the auto clockout time to 1 hour after an employee's shift ends. You can also calculate paid, unpaid breaks by setting rules. For example, your employee must work 4 hours before they qualify for a break. You can then set the time duration of that break by adjusting the slide control. The system also allows the employee to declare what type of break they're going to be taking, paid or unpaid. You can now move directly into creating a shift schedule. All of your employees are visible in the drop-down menu table format. The way to add a shift is simply clicking on a day, selecting Add New, and setting up the hours the employee will work that day. Please note this is a 24-hour clock. You can set the end status of their shift to clock out, designate their role, and save. The timesheet is color-coded based on your settings and timesheet rules and the number of hours worked by any given employee. For example, you can see that all of our employees will cross into overtime on Sunday of this week, and that their shifts will turn orange. You can choose to display the hourly wages or leave them off. If you want to print the schedule and post it somewhere in your business, you can export to PDF and print it. Another great feature of the scheduling tool is that you can email each employee with their schedule and have them accept their own schedules or contest them, in which case you'd work with them to have certain shifts covered by other employees. As long as you have an email address entered for each employee in employee details, you can send them the schedule. The yellow line indicates that the employee has received the email but has yet to respond. If they accept the schedule, that line will turn green. If they have a shift conflict and reject the schedule, the line will turn red and there will be an email in your inbox with the reason they declined the schedule. The Wage Forecasting tab is an extremely helpful tool for setting the target percentage of your total sales that you'd like to spend on wages and labor. By entering a figure for forecasted sales, you can see that the system will calculate the forecasted labor cost percent and indicate how that forecasted figure compares to the labor cost goal entered above. Depending on whether your forecasted labor cost percent is above or below your target, you can adjust your shift schedules accordingly. We also have the Time Work tab that will show you the clock in, clock out status and the total hours worked that week by each employee. Lastly, we have the Payroll tab that will show you the breakdown of the payroll for each employee and allow you to export to a variety of different file types, as well as searching payroll by a custom time frame or by the employee's role. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more videos from Revel Systems.